start with our starseed messages. We're going to get a couple of good shuffles, and we'll see what we have for this week's spiritual guidance. All right, let's see what we have. Starseed messages. What do we need to know for the collective? You've got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So this card really indicates that you are loved by the divine and that you need to have strong boundaries with people who try and walk all over you because they feel like they can manipulate you. So remember that you are loved by the divine, but also set strong boundaries and stick to them. Definitely if you're dealing with things like codependency or anything like that too, you need to kind of work on you right now. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, time to look a little deeper. This card really signifies that we have an abundance of knowledge that we can tap into at any time. We can connect to source and get downloads. We might be called to go to a specific place on the earth so that we can download some more energetic knowledge. You can also be tapping into things from past lives or your Akashic records when that card comes up. So tap into the wisdom, look a little deeper. Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So as a starseed, we come here from other places, other realms, other planets, and we've incarnated here at this time in order to shift the collective consciousness and the vibrational frequency of Earth for a positive. So that is our mission here. But as a starseed, we're technically an alien, so we're trying to adjust to being in a human form instead of a energetic form or a soul form. So you're trying to adjust to being a human, living in the world, but you're not of it. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Remember that a karmic partner or a karmic relationship is meant to teach us really strong, heavy, hard lessons at a soul level. There's a reason why we incarnated and why we are connected to the people that we are. So if you're with a karmic partner or if you have a karmic in your life, all that means is that they are meant to be your mirror and show you the things that you need to work on at a soul level so that you can shift and change your vibration and your frequency into where you were designed to be. All right, let's see what we have from our animal guides. Let's get a couple of good shuffles. Animal guides, what do we need to know from you this week? What messages do we have from the animals? We have Raven. Listen to your intuition to receive a message from the world of spirit. So you could be seeing ravens, not necessarily receiving ravens, but this is something to where a raven is a really intelligent bird, and they're also something that is a little mystical. So they would signal things like hidden wisdom, hidden knowledge, intuition, insight, things like that. So listen to your intuition, especially if you're seeing a raven in your everyday life. Spirit is trying to get your attention, so they're going to send you animals or different symbols in order to do that. Porcupine, you may defend yourself honorably without hurting those close to you. So if you've been feeling a little bit prickly to those around you lately, this is telling you it's time to soften that. So don't necessarily lash out. Don't sit there and, what's the right word? Be, aggressive or frustrated with people all the time. Sometimes we need to mellow that in order to make a difference. Hummingbird, turn away from infidelity so that love may blossom. So this is a card signaling that if you're in a third party or if there's a karmic relationship going on, then you need to end things before you try and make progress to go forward in something else. So make sure that not only do you close out an old chapter before you begin something new, don't get involved in third parties, cheating, or infidelity, because honestly, that's karma that you just don't want to carry with you. Wolf, listen to your inner wisdom and enjoy the gift of freedom. I love wolves. They're one of my spirit animals. So this is a sign that you need to not only trust yourself, but listen to your intuition and tap into that power, as well as it gives you a gift of freedom by being who you truly are and honoring that. Tiger, passion and adventure beckon. So this card would indicate that there could be romance blooming, or you could be in an existing relationship where things are really passionate, and that could also be something that is coming up. But it feels like the energy has been so stuck and stagnant for so long that it feels like there is this need for a sense of adventure, to go try new things, do new things, have more fun, a little excitement in your life. All right, Keepers of the Light. Let's see what we have from our Ascended Masters, guides. What do we need to know from Keepers of the Light this week? We start with Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So spiritually, we're always learning. Like, that's the whole reason why we're incarnated, is to learn. So think of Earth as our school, and we continue learning until everything that we incarnated here to learn has been learned. And then we leave, we graduate, we go home, and we can come back as many times as we want to. So there's some sort of lesson that is unfolding for you. You need to do what you feel is right. Green Tara, Supreme Protection. See, you are protected, cords are being cut, so move beyond limitation and trust. This card is really significant in cutting cords. So it's a card that would signal that, especially if it's like a karmic situation where it's not serving your highest good, this is releasing that and letting it go so that you can welcome in something else. So sever the ties that you do not need to carry with you and trust that all will be fine. Let's see what else. And move beyond any sort of limitation. So that includes limiting mindsets, limiting ways of thinking, and anything that would limit being able to go forward to your full potential. The Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal and see the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. And this card also signals twin flames in this deck. So you could be a twin flame, especially if you're dealing with a karmic partner. That's usually how the dynamic works. This card tells you that there's a sacred vision or a sacred plan for your life. So you need to trust the divine and know that you are protected always, and that they're steering you through on a path into where you are meant to be always. So choose to forgive in order to heal and see the light in all. Remember that love doesn't have any boundaries. All right, what else do we have going on from our Keepers of the Light? Krishna, Devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So this is telling you the same thing. The divine loves you always and unconditionally, and your commitment to your path has been recognized. So they are trying to show you that they're honoring that. Charity, Prayer, and Contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. So the old saying, a closed mouth won't get fed. Sometimes we have to be courageous and ask for help. And for a lot of people, that's a struggle. This is also a card that would signal that maybe you need to connect with Source more than you do, no matter what that is that you believe in, God, Source, creation, the universe, anything that you believe in, that you pray to, that you try and connect with the higher power. That's what this is asking you to do. So it's also a card that signals that there's something that you need to think about, and maybe you need to ask for help or ask for what it is that you need right now. Maclee's deck, Higher Learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further your progress. So this is telling you that we are always learning. And again, Earth is our school. So we're always learning new things. Maybe you discover something that you thought you knew everything to, and there's still more to learn. So this is telling you that we continue learning, and more learning is still required. All right, let's get some angel guidance. Thank you, angels. What do we need to know today? All right, we have transformation. So you might be making some outward changes as well as inward changes to transform who you truly are. If things aren't working, feeling stuck and stagnant, then it's time to make changes and transform the situation. Trust the universe. This is a big card telling you that the divine has a sacred plan for all of us, and that we need to have faith and we need to have trust that things will work out for the highest good. Even if there's detours along the way, remember that all paths lead home, and the divine is guiding you like GPS to where you're supposed to be. Vulnerability and freedom. So being your true authentic self will release all of the things that have held you back. So vulnerability will bring freedom in your life. So all that really means is by being your true authentic self and being vulnerable with the people that you trust and showing who you truly are, it releases you from things that were holding you back by fear and lack of courage. All right, what else do we need to know from our angels today? Joy and contentment. So I feel like if you've been going through a big change, and it really feels like there's a big change, you're really waking up to your, not your mental side, your spiritual side, thank you. And being able to realize all the different things that you're really here to learn. and all the things that there's potential to learn. And you're finding out who you really are at your core, and you're being able to honor that and release the fear, release any shame, release any guilt, and be able to find joy in life again. So that brings a lot of fulfillment and contentment, a lot of happiness in your life when you're able to truly embrace who you are and who the Creator designed you to be. Inner child healing, that's a big part of it as well. So a lot of us have childhood wounding, so things like abandonment, and maybe you were abused as a child or neglected as a child. So this card signals that those things can be healed. So if you didn't get certain things as a child, as an adult, you can be what that inner child needed you to be. So you can do things that honor that inner child and help that inner child heal, which in return heals parts of your soul that were damaged or broken. And you can actually give back to your inner child all of the things that you wish you had when you were a child as an adult. So that is definitely a possibility that you might be working on healing that inner child. Give yourself that love and compassion that you needed. You have a guardian angel that is always with you and stands close. Should you ever need assistance, all you need to do is ask. And yes, you have to ask because we're sent here with free will. So by asking for what you need, and we had ask and you shall receive, your guardian angel can step in and assist you. But because of free will, in order for them to help you, you do have to ask. So make sure that you are asking your angels for what you need. Give them a job, give them a task. They're here to assist you. That's their whole mission, is to guide you and assist you in anything that you're struggling with. All right, ask and receive. So somebody is nervous to ask Spirit for help. You've got like 2 or 3 cards talking about ask for what you need. Your guardians, your angels are here with you. They stand close always. All you need to do is ask. Angels, please help me with, and fill in the blank. Angels, can you help me with, and fill in the blank. They will be there in a moment's notice to assist you, and they are happy to do so. All right, let's get some zodiac moon messages, some celestial messages. What do we need to know this week? Eclipse in Capricorn, 34, a new direction, reevaluate success. I think this came out last week too. So this is a card asking you to reevaluate what success means to you. What does it mean? Is it status? Is it the amount in your bank account? Is it where you are in life, what you've achieved, your family? What does success mean to you? And it's asking you that if what you pictured initially doesn't work anymore, reevaluate it, make changes, and go in a new direction. What else do we need to know? Moon in Gemini, 15, indecision. Should I stay or should I go? If you're dealing with a karmic partnership, you might be thinking of leaving it, especially if the lessons have been learned, and probably learned the hard way, unfortunately. So you might be on the fence of, do I stay? Do I go? Is it worth it? Should I leave? This could be a job change for some of you. The other job's offering more money for less hours. Should I stay? Should I go? I've been here forever, blah, blah, blah. You need to make a decision because indecision is blocking where you're supposed to be. Eclipse in Aquarius, 35, awakening. Your deeper resolve rises. So this is a card telling you that you are strong enough to overcome any of these challenges, and you need to dig deep because there is something within you that is awakening spiritually. So if all these cards are resonating for you, this reading was definitely meant to find you. And all of my readings are timeless unless otherwise posted. So when you find this message, it's meant to find you. And this is also a card telling you that as a soul, your soul may be kind of sleeping for a while until something starts to wake it up. So you're starting to wake up to all of these possibilities and realize that you are a spiritual creature and that you have all this potential within you. So wake up and awaken your gifts. Serve your higher purpose, Eclipse in Pisces, 36, free will. And I was saying in order to communicate with your angels, we have free will, so you have to ask for help. But you may have a higher calling here, especially if you're a starseed. This is a card that would signal that you have a choice, but you also have a higher calling. So you need to embrace those changes and go in that direction because you have a contract here to fulfill, a spiritual contract that you entered into upon creation and upon entering this world. So you need to embrace all of those things for your higher self to actually be validated and also to really put you where you're meant to be. So, you know, what if you're here to find the cure for cancer? What if you're here to, you know, develop something that helps millions of people? We don't know why all of us are here initially, but eventually we find ourselves on the path that it matters. Eclipse in Cancer 28, acceptance, an emotional phase or domestic development, especially if you're leaving a relationship or if you're deepening one that you're currently in. This is a phase where you might be realizing that you need to spend more time focusing on your interpersonal relationships. So friends, immediate family, partners, things like that. And this is a time where you start to build things. So if things have been to where they're falling apart or things just aren't working out, then you reevaluate that and you decide what changes you need to make to transform it, or whether it can be salvaged or whether it needs to be released so something better can come in. But it's definitely something that could stir up some emotions, and it's part of accepting what this is in your journey. So let's see what else we have. Sun in Aries 1, new beginnings, leap of faith. So you could be needing to take a leap of faith in some area of your life. It could involve your career. It could involve leaving something, going in a totally new direction. It could involve you following your soul's calling, or it could involve like accepting yourself for who you truly are. Either way it resonates for you, this is a new beginning, and you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone and take a leap of faith to get there. Moon in Taurus 14, self-esteem, personal growth. So this is all part of your spiritual journey. This is part of your personal growth, especially accepting who you truly are at your core, of all the good things, all the bad things, the things you don't like, the things you do like, and embracing all of it. It's part of your growth. You also need to be working on your self-esteem. So do things that make you feel uplifted and happy, whether that is maybe, you know, you get up and you put on your favorite outfit, or maybe you have something that you do that makes you feel powerful or confident. Do those things. It's very important to not release, but to increase your self-esteem. Sun in Cancer 4, home. Focus on your home and your love. So this definitely is domestic stuff related. So you could need to be focusing on things at home. So maybe you need to clean out your closets and do your laundry. Maybe you need to focus on cooking more at home instead of eating out. Maybe you need to focus on your interpersonal relationships with your family. Whatever this resonates for you, this is a card telling you that home is the focus right now, as well as new beginnings. All right, one more card. Let's see what we have. Moon in Pisces 24, wonder. It's time to follow your dreams. So if you feel called to change some things in your life, this is an indicator that now is the time. We aren't promised tomorrow, so we need to act on today. So if there's things that have been delayed, that delay, it feels like, is going to shift and change for the better. There's going to be some forward movement, but it's going to take some work and effort on your part. So this is really a card telling you that the possibilities are truly endless. And if you can dream it or you can wonder about it, you can probably do it. You'll find a way to get there. So follow your dreams. That's what we have for our spiritual messages this week. Hope it helps, guys. We'll see you soon.